My stabilization wedge consists of 3 wedges dedicated to the efficiency and conservation, 2 wedges dedicated to fossil fuel-based strategies, 1 wedge dedicated to nuclear energy, and 2 wedges dedicated to renewables and biostorage. The first wedge for efficiency and conservation considers efficiency transport. This deals with increasing automobile fuels efficiency. This would be doubling the efficiency of the most world's cars from 30 to 60 miles per gallon. This is not very costly. However, the challenges would be if someone would want to drive a truck and still want to be fuel efficient. However, they're not sure if they can possibly get a truck or a diesel truck to get those many miles per gallon. The next efficiency and conservation wedge would be the conservation transport. This would be reducing the miles traveled by people that would be in multiple cars. For instance, like if you have 5 people traveling to the same place, instead of going in separate vehicles, they can all go in one transportation vehicle like a bus, train, or some transit. This is also not very costly. Most public transportation is very cheap. However, the challenges would be that this would be very high in transportation by the public. And however, like Columbus, Mississippi, we do not have public transportation. We rely on our own individual cars to get us from place to place. The next efficiency and conservation wedge would be the efficiency in buildings. This would be really in your own personal home, increasing the insulation, get weather stripping, and that sort of thing. That is also not very costly. It is very cheap to do, and that's really trapping the heat that is inside your house or the air conditioner that is inside your house, saving that energy instead of just letting it escape your house. The next set of wedges are going to be the renewables and bio storage. Those are going to be your wind electricity and solar electricity. I chose wind electricity because it is very costly, but the only challenge that it leaks is that no one wants that in their own backyard. With solar electricity, you go on the verge of also being very expensive, and this is also something that isn't very practical for everyone. Not everyone has enough money to contribute to that. Your next wedges are going to be your fossil fuel-based strategies. That's your CS. I chose CCS electricity and fuel switching electricity. The CCS electricity intrigued me because I watched the NOVA video, and it is very interesting how you can store CO2 underground instead of emitting it into the air. Fuel switching electricity refers to switching to natural gas instead of coal. It's not that very costly, but it would endanger some of the natural gas deposits that we have. However, we're not just going to use just one natural gas. We can use an equivalency of all these wedges. The next would be your nuclear energy, and that is going to be, I chose only 1 wedge for that due to people are still very skeptical of nuclear energy because of the whole earthquake and that happened, the explosion at Fukushima, and the other challenges is because it could lead to weapons and nuclear waste, and people are still very skeptical of that.